God stopped me from being famous. Yep, that is right. I know you're wondering, like, Tim, man, what are you talking about? But look, when I tell y'all, I really believe that if I had to continue going on the path that I was going on, I probably would have been famous. I feel literally, I feel about 80% sure. And the reason why I say that is because my page was growing at one point in my life, and it was crazy how like the amount of followers I was getting on TikTok. And the thing is, I know how to make content. Like I know how to make worldly content. Now faith based content, I don't know exactly how to do that yet. But as far as secular stuff, worldly content, I knew how to do that. I knew how to gain followers. I knew how to get people engaged to my content. I knew how to drive people to my page. And I remember just the things that I was doing. Like it was crazy, y'all. Like I was willing to do whatever to get there. And I'm gonna show y'all the page right quick before I go deep dive. So this is my TikTok page. It had been kind of it had been reconstructed. Yeah, as you see, I follow Jesus, a secular content creator, Georgia, and Second Corinthians 5:17. All right, and if you can see, this video got 1 million views. This other one got 1.7 million views. All right, and it is crazy because I got even more content that like sitting at the 30,000s, the 50 or the 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400, like you name it. And let's just see. I think all of my like crazy stuff is out of there. Uh, okay, so I took that was like my first post. It was like 394 views. Okay, so I took all the provocative stuff out of there. So it's not gonna be on in my playlist. Yeah, it's not gonna be in my playlist. One of it was like 728,000 views. Um 16,000 views. But yeah, I took a lot of them down or I private them. Um but it was crazy because I had so many other videos like at the 30,000, 10,000, just constant views, right? And a lot of them was thirst trap, so that's why you don't see them. Like I took them out, I privated them, um, and I don't want to. I wish I could show y'all um my stuff, but I don't know how I feel about that. Let's see. We'll just hit oldest. Okay, so that is like from the beginning. That is all from like this is beginning, right? So I'll just show y'all. So I posted this video right here, and it got 15,000 views, right? And then next thing you know, I start hitting like thousands, and I barely was posting. Okay, yeah, I'm just now getting started. Yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I want to go there. I don't want to go there. A lot of them with my shirt off. Um, but it ends up started growing. Um, it ended up started growing, and then it went in a dead spill. And then I met Jenny, my wife, and then we was making worldly content. So then it started boosting, like ramping up again. And like one of the other video got 1 million views too. And like we started making comedy, but we were doing a lot of like cussing in it and stuff. And let's just look at popular. How about that? It shouldn't be not too crazy. Okay, there we go. There we go. So 2.2 million views. This one got 1.1 million. Y'all can't see it because of my camera. 1.7 million. 728,000, 333,000, 394,000, 75,000, 83,000, 51.5 thousand, 40,000, 51.5K, 15K, 10K, 61,000, 58,000, 107,000, 46,000, 21,000, 17,000, 30,000, 12,000, 24,000, 13,000, 10,000, 35,000, 24,000. Like you see, like I started to like know how to make content, right? Oh, and look, even though a new age uh video where I was doing Sage. So that'll let you know that I was deep in the world. I was deep in the world. Um, and yeah, I didn't. I don't even feel like looking at it. I just don't like looking at stuff. But I also knew that if I had a one stayed single and not follow God, I would have got it would have gotten worse. And the reason why I say that is because God knew where I was headed. He knew what was in my mind. And at that time, I remember when I blew up off of a particular video. Let's see. That's when I started growing. That was my first video, right? Like first like video of me like making of myself. Really? Like I was trying to make a TikTok post picking on um how men are with thirst trapping, and I had got a lot of attention from females and stuff. Um, we could click on it because it's not bad. I don't want to play the music because yeah, I'm gonna keep that muted because I don't want to skull it. Oh, it's not showing the comments. That's interesting. It's not showing the comments. Okay, so y'all can't see the comments. Okay. Well, maybe that's a good reason y'all can't see the comments. Maybe because I'm not on my page. I'm actually on my gaming page. But there was like a bunch of comments, y'all. A lot of comments. Can't see the comments right now. So that's maybe a good thing, right? um, but as I was getting this attention and girls was all on my page and stuff, I started messing around with a lot of girls, being in their DM, sleeping with them, using them for money, doing a lot of reckless stuff, and that is around the time when like OnlyFans started like being on the rise, and I was really thinking about it, y'all. Like I said, I was in the world. I was doing new age. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff, and there was a lot of girls that was like, "You should make an OnlyFans," and I, not that I was going to, I actually did, but I never posted. Well, I posted, but I never promoted it. There we go. So I'm glad I didn't like really share that out in the world. It was like, nah, Like God was like, you're literally tapping me on the shoulder, like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I'm glad because I would have made a lot of people fall short, and their bloods would have been on my hand. And I'm gonna tell you, like, it got really bad. It got so bad that I remember sitting in the living room, and it was when I was having like a slow spill in my growth, and the devil like approached me in my mind, and he was like, "Sacrifice your soul, and I'll give you everything." He said, "Sacrifice your soul, sell your soul, and I will give you everything. I will give you all the millions, all the girls, everything." And at that time in my life, it sounded good. It sounded real good. But God still was tugging at my heart. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm not going to do it the stupid way. So I thought. Um, and I would say around that same year, like that's when I kid y'all not y'all, like I saw a demon in my hallway. And let's go to the intermission right quick. Let's see. Uh, hmm. Uh, I'm looking for something. And the crazy part is there was this lady, like literally in my hallway. Uh, let's see. It was called. Oh wow, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. So you know how they talk about succubus? Check this out. In folklore and mythology, Lady Demon often refers to a figure like Lilith, Succubi, or Succubi, or whatever, Lamushu, who are depicted as a female demon, sometimes associated with red and black imagery, ancestral and destructive tendency. That is crazy, right? Um, that demon wears red and black. Like she had on red and black. I know that. And she looked like sure. Uh, let's see. Um, Indian. I think she was Indian. Mm. Um, she looked almost like that, yo. Like that Hindu demon. She looked almost like that, for real. Um, but almost like that, and she, uh, it was crazy. Kind of like something like this right here, but She was Indian. She didn't have a red face. So yeah, that's to give y'all her thought how she looked. So she was staring at me, and I ran out of the house. So um, um let me just go right here because I don't. It didn't clicked on a video that I didn't want it to click on. But y'all, I was like, I remember I was telling lies. Everybody thought that I was a girl. Really, it was a picture of my sister. Just stupid stuff. So yes, God knew that I was heading down to destruction, and I probably would have drank myself to death or got on drugs because I was really addicted to drinking too. And by the grace of God, I was delivered from that addiction and don't have that desire to even want to drink anymore. Um, and the crazy thing is, like, I remember, like, after I met my wife, like, my wife, like, things started to change. That's we started to get to know God more. Things really started to change, y'all. And I remember God was like, "You're gonna make content for me," and I'm like, I'm not doing that." I was like, "I'm not doing that." Uh, no, nope, I can't. Like, if I do this, this gonna ruin everything. Like, I can't. I was ashamed. And he was like, "Are you ashamed of me?" And I was like, "No." And I remember just starting posting content for God, and I was afraid. And the more I did it, and the more I like started making a relationship with God, that's when I really felt comfortable. And I was like, "Yo, I'm doing this. I'm not gonna stop. Like, this is what I want to do." And I will admit, like, in the midst of doing that, like, I was getting attacked hard. I was getting attacked. I even went through a backsliding, like, moment in my life. Like, I went through a lot of attacks, and it was crazy. Every time I would post, I kid y'all not, every time I would post, even like on here on YouTube, when I first started posting on YouTube, I was getting attacked, y'all. Kid y'all not. Um, but we here. We here. And so now I post nothing but Christian content, and I actually posted something new. I know y'all probably seen it, but this show when I used to do thirst traps right here, like it, shows that picture, that video, right? And it switched and it shows that I'm sharing God's word. So, you know, God did not want me to do those things because God knew that I was gonna be heading down a path of destruction. Well, I already was, and He saved me from that. He saved me from a lot of regrets. If I had made an OnlyFans and linked up with like different girls, telling what would have happened, I probably wouldn't even be alive today, to be honest, y'all. And God just have been so good. God have been so good, and to really see things happen for me on this platform is totally different. Like I used to be so. I remember when I made content as a secular content creator, I would be depressed. Even though I had like millions of views and stuff, like I would be depressed. And like cause I wanted to hit the top. Like I wanted to be the elite. Like, yeah, I got 30, you know, you'll see, like I got 30,000 followers. Like to someone who's in the world, they're like, oh, that's a lie. But to me, like, okay, cool. Like even as someone in the world, I had got to the point like, okay, it's 30,000. Like I wanted like 500,000, 800,000 followers. I wanted 1 million followers. And now it's just like, I would be lying if I said I don't desire to have a lot of followers or subscribers on YouTube, but it's not because of the money. It's because I want to share God word. I want to see people actually change through my like watch my video and say, "Hey man, like you really have helped me change my life." Like I want to hear that. I want to hear say, "Man, you led me to God." Like I want to hear that. What I would be lying if I said I didn't want to make no money off this. Like, of course, like I'm my flesh desire those things. Now if I don't make none, I just don't. Long some words are getting out there. Long things are like his words are getting out there and stuff. Like that's fine. I'm such at a peaceful moment in my life right now. Like I'm fine, but I would love to. I mean, I'll be honest. I would love to like make content and God provide because I know God going to provide for me either way. But like God, give me a platform to share His word and stuff, and then He reward me by being able to help me financially, have a home you know, or help me financially to help others financially. Like I would love to do that, like to help people like financially, like give someone a home or pay somebody bill like rent for the whole year. Like that would be cool. Like to find someone and share God with them and pay their rent for the whole year. Like to be in that like type of financial freedom. But I don't want to be like rich and famous, if that makes sense. Like just financially free and have a community of real followers of Christ and showing people like there's other ways to doing content creation without, following the world. Like I want to show that side. Like God want us to be happy, right? God want us to live a good life. I don't think God want us to just sit there and be broke all our life, you know? But at the same time, God can have you be broke all your life but be the happiest person. So who can say he don't want you being broke? Um, but I would love to grow for sure on YouTube and help people. Like I want to actually help people through my content. I don't want to get caught up in the views and stuff. And sometimes I admit sometimes I do like man that video didn't get that many views or oh that short didn't get that many views or dang I'm only at this much like this oh I only got this many subscribers. But at the same time like I'm not letting it eat at me. Like I just be like, dang, but like I don't really like do like how I used to do when I was making worldly secular content where I was depressed and upset and I hated the world, yo. Like I really did. I hated people. I remember just being so mad at people. Like, how y'all not like my content? Be mad at my family members. How y'all don't, how dare they don't share my content? Like, what kind of support is that? People really ain't got your back. But now just like, okay, whatever. Um, I would say sometimes I may feel some type of way if I share something about God and no one don't like it. Like that bothered me for real. I'll be honest. I post something about God and no one don't like it. But if I post something like a regular video or if I like not like my video, but if I post something, share something or post a picture of me and my family, like, people like spamming a mess out of it. Um, which is good, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, cool, but like y'all just liking stuff that people's liking stuff that they want, or feel like that we have. Like people want oh the perfect family or happy family and nice. Like if I was to post a picture of me in a house, two-story house, nice size house, like everybody gonna like it, right? Everybody gonna like it. But if I post something about God, like maybe like two or three people gonna like it on Facebook, and that kind of bothered me. Like, I wish it was the opposite. I wish the more you post about God, like a lot of people like it. Like when you post something about God, like I want to see. This is what I want to see. You post something about, I post something about God. I want to see 1.4, 1.7. I don't want to see 1.4 million, I mean 1.1 million, 1.7 million on a something that don't have nothing to do with God. But guess what? Like all my videos that I'm posting is about God now. I may post like some funny content, or like I posted my son like laughing or drinking apple juice. I post, this video, like I post other little videos, but I really focus, like my main thing is God and only concerning God. So yeah, that's my story, y'all. That it could have been famous. No, could have went somewhere, but I went I went to go chase after God and not things of this world. So with that being said, if y'all like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, share it with your friends, comment your thoughts. Other than that, I'm out.